A lot is made of the pressure of signing with the New York Yankees and the effect it has on not only players, but the performance of those players short and long term. And so I think we have to lead off this show here. By the way, welcome to Thursday's edition of the Bombers Beat podcast. But I think we have to lead off this show here to another tip of the cap, another golf clap, another kudos, pat on the back, whatever you want to call it, to Max Fried, who signed a big contract to come to the New York Yankees to, at the time, be their number 2 starting pitcher, and has served as their ace this year, both in name and in practice, after Garrett Cole went down with a season-ending elbow injury. Phenomenal start for him again here to salvage the series in Cincinnati. The Yankees take that final game on a final score of 7-1, and they get 7 innings, no earned runs, 1 unearned run, 4 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Max Fried is the first pitcher in Major League Baseball this year to reach the 10-win mark. His ERA sits at 1.92, his whip at 0.94, and really gave the Yankees the full effort that they needed in order to salvage the series before finally, mercifully having an off day here today on Thursday. A lot of really good contributors for the Yankees in this game. They have 13 hits, 7 runs scored. Jazz Chisholm hits a monster 2-run home run in the third inning that really broke things open. The Yankees took a quick, 1-0 lead in this game, but that one is the one that really felt like it gave the Yankees some momentum. And then obviously, unlike Tuesday night, they were not only able to hold the 3-0 lead, but continue to build on that lead, eventually winning this game 7-1. Big night at the top of the lineup for Trent Grisham. Went 4 for 6 with an RBI in this game. Jason Dominguez 4 for 5 in this game as well, including a couple doubles and a hit and a double as a right-handed batter, which was really encouraging to see for him. His batting average is now above 250 for the season. We already talked about Chisholm. Stanton gets a hit in this game. Judge gets an RBI double. Wells has an RBI hit in this game. DJ LeMahieu hits as well. But Fried to Fernando Cruz, who struck out the side in the 8th. Brubaker pitches a solid 9th inning. The Yankees escape with a much needed victory. But look, I guess the story of this game is twofold. I mean, the offense gave the Yankees everything that they needed in order to have success in this game. However, we have to talk about Max Fried, man. The only run he allows in this game is on a throwing error from Jazz Chisholm over to Ben Rice at first base. But, just continues to be extremely solid for them. He has, obviously, an ERA below 2 for the year. He has an ERA close to 1 following a loss for the Yankees this season when he's taken the mound. He has been the true stopper for this team, and he has turned. He's always been a really good pitcher. I don't think that we're surprised that he's pitching well. I think I'm surprised that he's pitching this well and this consistently. As I take a look at this right now, I want to see where he is in the very up-to-date AL Cy Young Award betting odds. Because I would imagine, obviously, that Scooble's going to be the favorite. And I imagine some combination of DeGrom, Fried, Hunter Brown, and Garrett Crochet. Those are probably going to be in the top mix. And so as I'm looking right now, Tariq Scooble's the odds-on favorite at the moment, minus 150, which is deserved because he's a freak. I know he gave up some runs finally in his last start, but is just a great pitcher. He's at minus 150. Garrett Crochet at 3-1, and then Hunter Brown at 7-1, and then Fried and DeGrom both tied at 11-1. It's gonna be tough to catch Scooble, but I would sprinkle a little bit on Max Fried and kind of see where he's, what he's up to, because you start to look at his numbers, the fact that he is pitching in New York, the fact that he's going to be pitching in big games and national games, and that he's been so consistently good and has a long history of being good as well. But those all 5 of those guys are really I mean, those are really high-quality options. If you're wondering, Carlos Rodon is next up at 40-1 outside of that top 5 group. But again, we're only kind of the midway point type of a thing. It's going to be tough to unseat them. But, man, you really like what you've seen from him so far in just every scenario. And, you start to look back, he has given up more than 3 runs in a start one time this year. And that was that Dodgers game where he gave up 6 and 5 back on at the end of May. That's the only time. He has given up more than 2 runs just 3 times. Just 2 times. All season, he's given up more than 2 earned runs. And that was the Dodgers game where he allowed 6, and then obviously the 3 runs in 6 innings against Baltimore in his previous start. That's it. Otherwise, if you want to go all the way back to a season against Milwaukee, 2 earned, 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 1, 6, Dodgers, 0, 2, 2, 3, and then another 0 against the Reds. Remarkable. Just absolutely remarkable what he's been able to do so far this season. He's limited the home runs. He's only given up 7 home runs this year. The only time he's given up multiple home runs in a game was that Dodgers game. That obviously the game that he wants to kind of completely flush away. But just absolutely sensational what he's been able to do for the Yankees this year. But overall, this was a good team win. They got contributions throughout the lineup from pretty much everybody. They got timely hitting. They got hitting with runners in scoring position, even though there were some times early where it looked a little, you had bases loaded, no outs, you only get 1 run in. I mean, there were some times early in this game where they really could have set things apart. But they hit with runners in scoring position. They hit to get into scoring position. They hit singles. They hit doubles. They took walks. And they had phenomenal pitching throughout, and they're going to be rewarded with a much-needed off day here on Thursday. They were not able to extend their lead with the Rays. The Rays beat the Royals 3-0 in this game, but they were able to secure an extra game up on both Boston and Toronto, who ended up losing. So, again, you're still having a razor-thin margin at the top, but she's talking about the other teams that could potentially, get up there later this year. Teams that you could be in wildcard contention with if you happen to fall out of the Rays spot. It was overall a really good day for New York, and they have an off day as they travel back for a very quick 3-game homestand against the Athletics, and then we've already talked about the stretch that happens afterwards. They go to Toronto for 4 games, and then they do not leave New York before the All-Star break. So they're at the Mets over July 4th weekend, and then they have 2 home series before the All-Star break against the Mariners and in interleague against the Cubs. But first things first, take care of business. Get rested, get healthy, get ready to go. And we will see what happens when the Athletics come into Yankee Stadium. And, we'll break all that down, obviously, as we always do on Monday's podcast. We'll break down the entire weekend series, a 3-game series against the Athletics. Right now, Clark Schmidt is supposed to go for Game 1, Will Warren for Game 2, and the Yankees have not announced their Sunday starter yet, but they will be facing their former friend, Luis Severino, in that game. So, 7:05 p.m. on Friday, 1:05 p.m. on Saturday, 1:35 p.m. on Sunday. But what we're going to do is we're going to spend tomorrow's podcast doing another roster breakdown. It's been a little bit because the Yankees haven't had many off days recently. Let's take a look at where the Yankees hitters stand. And we're going to talk about a few guys that have been lightning rods for this Yankees team. I want to talk about a couple guys in particular. Like obviously, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about Judge. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the guys that have continued to hit well. But I want to take a little bit deeper dive in Anthony Volpe and discuss what's going on with him, because he continues to be a lightning rod in conversation. Want to break down a little bit what's going on with Ben Rice and where the analytics and the raw numbers are different right now and why that might be happening. And then we'll probably dive into a couple other guys here and there. Kind of want to talk about Austin Wells a little bit, and maybe the overall value that the Yankees see in him despite the low batting average right now. So we will talk through all of that on Friday's podcast, and then obviously we will be back on Monday to break down the Athletics series, hopefully a series victory, And then the Yankees can start July in a strong note. But that'll be it for today's Bombers Beat podcast. Coming off of that 7-1 victory over the Reds. Yankees are off today, but we're going to have plenty of content for you tomorrow. And we'll see. We'll see what we say, because there are some really interesting bats in the Yankees lineup right now that for one reason or another are not having success. And some of them look like they're going to get back on track. Some of them, maybe not. But we'll talk about it here tomorrow.